Hey guys, welcome back to more Football Manager 2018 and another installment of our FM in the Future series. Today we are looking at 600 years in the future. If you haven't seen any of the episodes so far, there's a playlist on the channel. We've got 50, 100, 250 and 500 so far. Thank you for all of the support. Most of the videos in the series are fast becoming my most viewed videos ever, so a big thank you for that. And today we're going to look at 600. It's taken an absolute age to simulate at this stage. It's unbelievable. That's why there's such a big gap between these videos. I have to leave it on nights upon nights to actually simulate this, so your support is very much appreciated. Anyway, I have loaded some leagues that some people requested down in the comments. Somebody requested the United States, somebody requested Switzerland, Scotland, not Scotland, Portugal, and Iceland. So we're going to have a look at those countries, and we'll see exactly what's happened. So first of all, we are going to have a look at the Premier League. Now, there was quite a few shocks the last time we looked. I know Hull was certainly a dominant force back in the 2500. So let's go back to 2518. So Hull were winning titles, but look at Chelsea and Leicester. Leicester completely smashing it there. And remember guys, if you see anything surprising, let me know down in the comments. There'll also be the save file down below in the description for you guys to have a play around with it yourselves and let me know what you find. But yeah, Leicester, very much a dominant force. Bournemouth in there, and then Villa come along all of a sudden. So there's sort of this 30-year period where there's none of the traditional top four, apart from Chelsea that year, winning trophies, and then Tottenham come along and scupper that. QPR winning some trophies as well. Brighton winning a title. QPR, West Ham, Sheffield United, that's a big one. I'm pretty sure that's the first time that's happened in this save, and probably the only time looking at this. Bournemouth and Brighton there as well. Arsenal winning for the first time in hundreds of years. Middlesbrough. Bradford City, that's a bit of a surprise. They've come along strong with Man City now. It's crazy how we just have these spells of dominance that keep happening. Let's have a look at the records. I'm assuming, yeah, Man City are still the record holder, 133 times winners. One of the most recent seasons, 2612-13, Man City got the record number of points. So let's have a little look at that season. Actually, it should be fairly easy to do. It was this one, I think. So they got 103 points. Bradford City finished in second. That's just a typical Premier League table these days. Liverpool, I'm pretty sure, haven't won a title in this entire save. If you have a look at their competition wins, the last time they won the Premier League, oh no, they have. Liverpool have actually won some trophies at some point, and they actually won it in 2024. So you guys were lying to me. We'd had a bit of a joke running that Liverpool had never won it, but they have done. They've won 4, but only 4, might I add. So yeah, they finished runners-up in the Champions League after a 400 absence from the final. That is pretty crazy. And I always find that with this type of series, that it is always very interesting to see what happens. So let's have a look at the current season. You got the likes of Man City, Burnley, Leicester, West Ham, Arsenal, Chelsea. So the top 6, all current Premier League sides. And then you've got 3 that are not. So hold on, we've got 6, 7... 8, 9 out of the 20 Premier League sides. I think it's 9, maybe 10, 9 or 10 current Premier League sides are in the Premier League in 600 years time. That is pretty crazy, and it might well happen. The one thing that's standing out here is that Manchester United are nowhere to be seen. So hey, there they are. They were in the playoffs. So was that the first time that they've been, well, I mean, they've been a bit of a yo-yo team. Man United are the West Brom of English football, officially. Let's go into competitions and then domestic leagues. So if we go into domestic leagues now, have they ever dipped below League One? Don't think they have. The first time they were relegated looks to be in the 2400s, which is, oh, actually no, 2300s. So Man United, maybe not the biggest team anymore. Well, they're definitely not the biggest team. First time they got relegated seems to have been in the early 300s or 2300s. Let's have a look at their competition history. They have won 68 Premier League titles, but not since 2398. That is... Oh, hold on, that's the Champions League. So 2490 was the last time they won the Premier League. Yeah, so that's the Premier League. I think that's pretty fun. We'll have a little look at the Championship and see if there's any insanely crazy teams in there. But I don't think there will be. I don't think so. Dagenham and Redbridge, Carlisle, Crawley, Luton, Port Vale, Burton. I mean, Burton are in the Championship. Boreham Wood is a surprising one, to be fair. So there is surprises in there, is what I'm trying to say. Wrexham as well. So maybe a little bit of a surprise there. Anyway, let's have a look at World Cups. That's what we like to look at next. And then we'll look at European Championships. Now the World Cups tend to... Oh, for goodness sake. The game is pretty frustrating to run when you're this far into the future. Switzerland are the current holders of the World Cup. Italy, Brazil. So if we go back to 2518, Portugal won that tournament eventually. We've got Holland, Belgium, Holland, Argentina, Turkey winning a World Cup, Slovenia winning the World Cup as well, Germany winning a few, Austria winning one as well is quite a surprise. Let's have a look at the most times winner. France with 22. The biggest win is 11-1 in 2610, Germany versus South Africa. The highest scoring game was a 7-6 between Austria and England. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Most games without losing, 48, France. So they went from 2,134 to 2,162 without losing a single trophy. Let's just have a look at that. Did we notice a particular spell of dominance by France? No. So this was the year that maybe they just didn't qualify, or maybe they just drew every match. Surely not. Did I read that right? 34. So they won it twice, and then I don't know. That's really weird. That is really weird. Anyway, so that's the FIFA World Cup. Let's have a look at the European Championship. That's the next biggest sort of continental thing. So if we go to 2518 or around then, Portugal were the holders. England naturally won the next one. Belgium won it 3 times on the trot. Sweden have won it. Switzerland, Austria. But generally it looks a fairly, I don't know, realistic, if you like. Germany are the most times winner with 26, which is cool for them. Let's have a look at the Champions League and see if we can see any sort of surprise winners in there. And we're also going to look at the league's reputations, because that is something that has been requested, and I think it'll be really cool to see what's actually happened. So past winners of the Champions League. I've already seen some Scottish teams. Now, we just have to remember Scotland are probably the biggest league in the world now. So when we left it, Bordeaux won at Celtic. Is there any absolutely insanely crazy ones? I mean, there's a lot of Scottish clubs winning this Champions League. They've completely dominated world football. Who's this? VfL Bochum. That's in the Bundesliga, so they've won a few. Now that's fairly surprising. Nancy winning it as well. Falkirk. Any others? Dundee winning it. Who are the record holders? Who do you think, guys? I reckon Man City, because I can see their names a lot. Hobby Leipzig, 93 times they've won it. That is insane. It's a shame you can't get a sort of top 10 table. It would be interesting to see how close teams are to the likes of RB Leipzig, who seemingly haven't won it for a number of years, so they must have had a period of dominance. We'll have a quick look at the Europa League. Heidenheim have won it. I don't think there'll be too many massive surprises in here. I guess Darmstadt in Germany as well. So Germany seem to be having the slice of the pie in terms of shocks in this episode. But a Club Brugge winning a trophy, is a European trophy at that, is fairly impressive, to say the least. Dijon winning it. Armenia, who's this? Where are they from? They're from Germany as well. So German football seems to have changed a lot. Let's have a look at the Bundesliga. So this season, obviously Bayern Munich went through that crazy period where they weren't even in the top division, and they're not. They're still not. I'm assuming they probably have been in the top division, but yeah, there you go, Bayern Munich. I think they've been stuck in the second league for many, many years, and they just don't seem to be able to get back to their sort of once dominant performances. I mean, if you look at the Bundesliga, the last time they won it was 2061. That is crazy to think. But anyway, this is the Bundesliga. That's the second Zweite Bundesliga. So RB Leipzig still a dominant force. We've got Dynamo Dresden, seemingly a top team now. We've got Union, Heidenheim, all top teams now. But Leipzig are definitely the people to watch. 376 Bundesliga titles. They were only formed in 2009, so they've won 362 of 609 titles since they were formed. Over half of them. How? That is insane. Let's have a look at Ligue 1. I think Paris Saint-Germain was still fairly dominant the last time we looked. I can't quite remember. It is so long since we've done these episodes that it is very difficult to remember. But yeah, Paris Saint-Germain still winning titles. Marseille still very good. Nancy went on a very, very long streak of winning titles. But Marseille, I tell you what, they might be the record holders for this. Bordeaux winning a few as well. Dijon in there as well. But not too many shocks in there. And Paris Saint-Germain still have the most at 129. What about La Liga? Let's have a look at that. So obviously Barca and Real Madrid still dominant forces within La Liga, or Spanish football I should say. As you can see, they're still up there. Who's this? Who is this? R. Maja de Honda. Okay, they were founded in 1976. Where were they at the start? I mean, they've gone back down to the Segunda division. They started in 3rd Division Group 7, so whatever that means, they were a lowly side and have worked their way up and actually won La Liga in 2,542. Villarreal winning a few there, Athletic Club, Real Sociedad, obviously under David Moyes, Atletico Madrid, Deportivo, but Real Madrid and Barcelona still look the real deal, and Barcelona have the record at 269. Let's have a look at the Serie A now. I remember this was a little bit more competitive, to be honest with you. The last time we looked, it was a little bit more competitive, so we'll check it out. We'll see exactly what's been. I mean, I say it was competitive, but look at Milan. That is crazy. Juventus. Lupa Roma. This is the sort of thing I was talking about. Lupa Roma, who are in Serie A. They were founded in 2013, so I'm guessing that they were a very lower league side when they started this. I mean, Serie D, Giron D. Looks like they won that and went to. I mean, there were 2 divisions apparently below Serie D. So. Wow, that is the sort of thing that we need to see in the Premier League. Verona winning it. Is there anything else? Piacenza, Salsio. Yeah, there's not too much surprise there, actually. Let's have a look at the records. Who's won it the most amount of times? Juventus. So, now, let's have a look at the Swiss League. And now I know nothing about Swiss football. I know, you know, maybe a couple of teams, if that. I know Basel, obviously. But this is what's happened over the 500 years. I'm going to scroll fairly quickly through it. It's looking very much like Basel and Young Boys winning it every single year. But if you guys spot anything really, really surprising, particularly the Swiss people out there, big hello to you guys. If you spot anything untoward in here, please, please let me know. But basically, it looks to me, since 2018, every single title until the most recent ones, apart from this one, were won by either Basel or Young Boys. So if we go up to the top, you can see that Servette, Saint Gallen, Auro, I don't know, Thun, they've all won. And actually, in recent years, since this became a playable league quite a while ago, it doesn't look. It's looked a lot more balanced. Servette winning most of them, to be fair. That is pretty crazy. Thun win and Auro looking like the main teams. Now then, let's have a look at the Icelandic League if we can. Or actually, Portugal. We'll have a quick look at Portugal as well. And then we'll have a look at the MLS. And then we'll look at this competition reputation thing. Past winners in Portugal: Benfica, Sporting, Porto. I mean, look how many times Benfica have won it. Whew. Olanese won it a few years as well. But if you look at the records, Benfica have won 409. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Major League Soccer. Now then, I don't know how much different this will be from real life, because it seems quite up and down who wins it. I mean, LA Galaxy and New York City seem to do a Basel and Young Boys. New York Red Bulls in there as well. That's pretty crazy. I'm not going to look too far through that. Let's go back to this and then overview competition reputation. Now there is the Icelandic League I need to look at as well, because somebody requested that, so that's the wrong one. But there's the Russian one if you're interested. So the Pepsi dialed in. Now I officially don't know any teams from Iceland, so this is totally new for me. I'll have a quick scroll. If there's any massive surprises, please let me know. But this team seemed to have won about 500. They've won 500. That is crazy. Right, let's have a look at the competition reputation. So the Scottish Premier League is the biggest league. Let's have a look at that. It's meant to be the most competitive. I don't really know. I'm assuming that it's not really a old firm sort of stranglehold on it now. But again, you see these patterns of dominance. This is very, very interesting indeed. Let's have a look at this current season. So Aberdeen have won. Celtic have been relegated. Is that the first time in the save? It's not, but nevertheless, that is quite a surprise. There's no big surprises in that league to me. The records, Celtic have still won the most, 241. So let's have a look at leading transfers. That's always a quite interesting thing, because I still think Mbappe's or Neymar's transfer deal is still the world record, I believe. So, I mean, it's very, very difficult to sort of load these screens, but no, I've been going for about 20 minutes, so we'll look at this. I'll also look at the Manager Hall of Fame, and apart from that, I think we'll call this one a wrap. So there you go. Mbappe still oh, hold on, actually, we need to sort it by fee. There we go, there we go. I think this happened last time. Yeah, there was 2 players that actually broke the record. There has been another one, Pontus Mattsson, that has gone very close to the record. There is a few in here and there. It seems like the most recent really good players are not necessarily holding their data, although here's Andy Miller. Is he currently playing? I mean, he was born 103 years ago. I assume he's not playing. He's retired anyway. But he seemed to... Oh, retired as staff 45. So he had a 10-year managerial career by the looks of it. He actually managed in Scotland by the looks of that. I think we've pretty much broke the game at this point when we load these transfers, which isn't surprising. We've got 600 years of transfers right there in front. But yeah, that's the sort of top 20, 25 transfers of all time in the 600 years in the future database. Absolutely crazy. Crazy stuff. Anyway, let's have a look at the Manager Hall of Fame, and then I think we'll leave you guys to it. Now then, who's this guy? He's still number 1. Antonio Conte is in there as well. Fortunato, he's a recent addition. Fabio Fortunato, he might, nah, he won't be knocking about. So I mean, look, you have to scroll for this. Wow. Let's just have a look at what he's won. I mean, you just couldn't read all of that, could you? He won a load of Bundesligas with RB Leipzig. But what a legend that guy is. But Ole Adlon, he'll always be the one because he managed RB Leipzig to 12 Bundesligas and 5 Champions League wins. What a manager. What a manager. But yeah, there's not too many real guys in here anymore. You've got Mourinho and Conte in there. Pep Guardiola's in there as well, but you can't actually see many others. So it is absolutely crazy what has happened in this world, really. And please let me know if you guys have spotted anything that's really crazy, and let me know if you guys have had a look around. Let me know if you see anything that's insane. I've probably missed something. I always do in these episodes, so let me know down in the comments what you think. Thank you for all the support on the series so far. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you leave a like. Only takes you a second and honestly means the world, especially with videos like this, to get them to as many people as possible. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.